Couple of years ago, we went on a South American cruise. So while we are planning our next cruise, I wanted to make a movie about our South American adventure. So before we went on a cruise, we spent amazing 3 days in Chile. First day, we walked around. We walked around Santiago de Chile, exploring and wandering around, sightseeing. Actually, it was an eye-opening. I never thought I would visit Santiago, so it was very interesting. We hired a guide. It was amazing how much history is in there. Then on the second day, we visited one of the many incredible wineries. We met such nice people everywhere. It was wonderful. So in the winery, look at the picture around us. So serene, so beautiful. We did a wine tasting with local wines. Then ended our day in the highest tower of the Santiago de Chile. And we were watching the sunset there. Very, very nice. We had an incredible time there. So the our third day in Chile, we spent in Valparaiso. Again, with our tour guide, we climbed up this city, admiring the murals, again listening stories about history of the city. I think everyone should visit this part of the South America. See everything with their own eye. And then we boarded our ship from Valparaiso. So there is our cabin. We liked our cabin. We didn't have balcony. We had sea view cabin, which is cabin with the window. So it was the Celebrity Infiniti ship. It wasn't refurbished. And I believe they still didn't do it. But you know what? We loved it. If you want to see more about our cabin and ship, I'll leave the link in the description below, and you can go ahead and see the whole episode about the Celebrity Infiniti. I just want to say that we liked it, even though maybe it wasn't so new. And there wasn't enough maybe plugs or USB ports, but everything was very, very nice. And I actually liked this kind of vintage look and everything. And of course, everything was clean. And we spent like almost 2 weeks in our cabin, and we didn't have any complaints. And of course, we loved the ship itself, the atmosphere. So there were lots of shops if you need to buy something. Like on a regular ship, they had everything basically. And again, if you want to see everything around the ship, you can see it in my full episode. We enjoyed the food. We weren't eating in a specialty restaurant. We were eating every evening in the dining room. So yeah, oh yeah, just once we had a lunch in a sushi on 5, and it was very good. The theater is very big and always busy, as well as the Constellation Lounge. So there was a gym, and the adult area, and the pool. I mean, it's a nice ship. It's not too small, not too big. So when we travel on Celebrity, we always visit Le Petit Chef restaurant. We love it. And of course, because we were traveling around South America, we had some rough waters. I mean, really, really rough. And I tend to get like seasick, so I had to lay down. And during our travel, we had this wonderful tango dancers. They were amazing. And we bought almost on every stop. We bought an excursion. So on our first stop, we did rafting. It was amazing adventure. Everything was organized really, really well. The scenery around us was incredible. Water was warm. We never had that experience before, so we had a lot of fun. And the weather was very good, and this stop was beautiful. So next stop was on Punta Arenas, and we visited farm. So while we were entertained, they were cooking some meat for us. So yeah, we were watching how dog was working with the sheep. Look at how beautiful the scenery is. Incredible. Then we were watching how they shear the sheep. Then we went to the end of the earth. We went to Ushuaia. And again, we had an excursion from the ship. So this excursion took us all day, and it was divided into parts. First, we went on the water, and then in a bus in a park. Again, a wonderful, wonderful experience. We've seen lots of nature, lots of sea animals, beautiful scenery. Absolutely incredible. And then we went on a Beagle Channel, and there was a famous post office, but unfortunately it was closed. Then we sailed around Cape Horn. The sea was very rough, and weather was very cold and windy around there. After that, we had a sea day or two, and then we were at Puerto Madryn. And we went to see Magellanic penguins. Another amazing adventure. It's not very close to the port, but it's must to see. There's huge colony of penguins. Again, if you want to see more about it, I have the whole episode just about the penguins, where I explain everything about how they live, how they hunt, and so on. Our next stop was the Uruguay That's the only place where we didn't buy any excursion, and we went sightseeing around the city on our own. And our last stop was Buenos Aires. Over there, we hired a tour guide, so we went sightseeing around Buenos Aires, visited famous Recoleta Cemetery, drove around the city. And then went to see Iguazu Falls. Iguazu Falls is 2 hours on a plane from Buenos Aires. It's so beautiful. And again, you can watch the whole episode just about this park and Iguazu Falls. And so that was it. That was about our adventure around South America. I hope you liked this movie, and I'll see you in the next video.